By, by tradition, the graduating class selects a member of the faculty to give farewell remarks. This year, the class selected Professor Lynn Spencer. Her work experience before law school was truly varied. It included house cleaner, proofreader, really bad waitress, office manager, ESL teacher, math tutor, community advocate at a battered women's shelter, and rape crisis line manager. None of these jobs prepared her for law school, but each one prepared her to be a lawyer. After graduating from New York University School of Law as a Root Tilden Public Interest Scholar, she spent 5 years as a trial attorney with the U.S. Department of Justice prosecuting federal criminal civil rights violations, primarily excessive force cases. She then moved to the Bay Area, where she represented capital and non-capital defendants on direct appeal as a deputy state public defender. Since her arrival at Hastings in 2009, she has become the academic director of the Lawyers for America program and one of the more sought-after professors and mentors for students when she teaches the Individual Representation Clinic and Evidence. Her family includes her 2 teenage daughters, Lily and Kai Kai, and their dog, Walnut. Please welcome to the podium Professor Lynn Spencer.
The binder is open to Steph's speech, so I could go through that again. But no, here's mine. Thank you for applauding my resume. That was a first. I cannot tell you how honored I am to be your faculty speaker. And to be the last person who gets to address you as a class. I'm highly conscious of the fact that I literally have the final word. Yeah, I'll try to make it good. Some of you know that I'm a bit of a contrarian. It's possible that that's why you asked me to speak. In keeping with that role, I'm going to give you some advice that may implicitly or explicitly contradict what we have been telling you since you first arrived here at Hastings. That's right. You just spent 3 years and untold thousands of dollars learning a bunch of information and skills, and in the last 5 minutes, I'm going to contradict it all. Oh well, I'm the one with the microphone. And I have 6 bullet points for you. 6 bullet points, because it is, after all, still law school. Listen up. Number 1. You are not in competition with each other. It's over. We are done sorting and hierarchizing you. The people, yeah, you can clap for that. Speaking just for myself, it felt yucky at the time. I'm glad it's over. The people surrounding you at this moment are in no way your competitors. They are your allies, your support system, your colleagues. Treat them accordingly. Number 2, now that you know how to think like a lawyer, please don't. Use your heart as well as your brain. Brian Stevenson, one of the most important social justice lawyers, of our time, and my role model since I first heard him speak the first week I got to law school, tells us the mind-heart connection compels us to not just be attentive to all the bright and dazzling things, but also the dark and difficult things. Brian Stevenson's mind-heart connection has driven him to spend his entire career working to end the death penalty, mass incarceration, and racial injustice. You should too. But even if you don't, on some smaller level, you can manifest that mind-heart connection every day. Get in the habit of erring on the side of kindness, generosity, justice. You and I have been through a lot together. I know you. You all have big hearts. Practice law accordingly. Number 3, keep the bar exam in perspective. Yes, I am going there. I am using the B word at your commencement. Okay, you remember when you first applied to law school? Raise your hand if you announced that decision like this: Mom, I am excited to be going to law school because I cannot wait to sit for the California bar exam. Go ahead, raise your hand. Yeah, right, I thought so. You came to law school because you wanted to help people. Remember that. Be driven by your goals, not your anxieties. Take control of your inner monologue now. The bar is not a measure of your value as a lawyer or a person. It is a mountain you need to climb. Take it seriously, study hard, climb the mountain. Climb it twice if you have to. Oh, well. Remember why you came to law school and treat this one last timed, closed book exam accordingly. Number 4, you belong in this profession. I suspect that every single one of you will need to hear this at some point, but some of you need to hear it more often than others, and you know who you are. So I'm going to say it again. You belong in this profession. I don't care if you didn't feel like you belonged at law school. I felt completely out of place in law school. The whole thing just kind of went over my head. Oh well, I'm a lawyer now, licensed in 2 states. The legal profession is big enough for all of us. There is no such thing as a born lawyer. If you feel like an imposter, that is just a sign that the law needs you. One more time, you belong in this profession. Act accordingly. This next one is related to not thinking exclusively like a lawyer. Number 5, stay close to non-lawyers. Or, as I like to call them, normal people. We may have some in the audience. Hold on to your friends and family who knew you before law school. They will keep you honest. They will remind you who you are. They will stop you from using words like pursuant to and contemporaneously. They will make you a tiny bit less annoying than you are otherwise going to be. Yeah. And you're all gonna need that. Non-lawyers, normal people, will save you from yourselves. Treat them accordingly. Finally, for my last piece of advice, I'd like to invoke another attorney role model of mine, Vincent Gambini. We learn so much as lawyers from my cousin Vinny. Specifically, number 6, work hard and be your authentic self. Be like Vinny. Investigate your case. Commit to your clients. Pursue justice in the face of terrible odds and never give up. Marry Marissa Tomei if you have the opportunity. Translate for yourself if the judge doesn't understand your accent. Show up to court looking like an amateur magician if that's the only suit you can find. Don't be afraid to see the humor in your situation. Be your authentic self. Be scrappy and badass like the UC Hastings graduate you are. So those are my 6 bullet points, which I can actually reduce to 3 words. UC Hastings, class of 2018, you got this. Thank you, and congratulations.